This is from February 25th, 2025, introducing bigger, better rewards. So it says, and before I read it, before I read it, this is Lyft's press release. I don't want people thinking I'm a shill. So I want you to understand that Lyft is going to put the best version of this forward. But there are times where they implement new things in a way that looks nice, but it's actually so they can pay us less money. So I don't know what that is yet. I plan on testing these new things to see if it's better or worse than what we had before. But for right now, I'm just going to read the press release. Doesn't mean I buy all of it. I'm just sharing that information with you from their mouth, and then I'll interpret it and give my opinion on it. So it says, you deserve great rewards for all the great rides you give. That's why March 1st, I guess starting at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, March 1st, we're rolling out exciting changes to the Lyft Rewards program based on your feedback. Here's what to expect. Simplify the requirements to qualify. Just meet 4 goals and you're in. You'll earn points on every ride no matter when you drive. I'm down with that. Points still unlock tiers and exclusive perks you already know and love. Super down with that. I really do like the bonuses you get from having like Elite or Platinum. I think it's way better than Uber's. The points you earn can be redeemed in the Lyft shop for new rewards like cash, gift cards, and car services. So this is pretty cool. We don't know what the ratio will be, and that's what's going to be very important. And I look forward to 5 a.m. tomorrow morning to figure it out. But the fact that you can use your points and trade it in for cash, that's cool. So add on top of that you can generate points whenever now. It's not just during certain time frames of the day. Those two things, surface level, without seeing how they're actually implemented, I think that's a huge win. I am such a performance-based person. As a manager, I believe in rewarding people who performed well. And I love being rewarded for my performance. And so, yes, you can make the argument that they should just pay better overall. That's fine. But even if they paid the best, I will always believe that people who outperform other people should be rewarded for it. I'm a capitalist, and that's just what I believe. I think that's okay. And I'm looking forward to seeing how I can take advantage of this for myself. And of course, teach you guys how to do it too. So make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be driving from midnight until 12 noon Saturday. So I'm going to have experience with it. Maybe I'll try to put out a quick video to break it down for you guys, but we'll see. We'll see what time looks like. So here's what's new. It says, you told us that qualifying for Lyft Rewards is confusing with too many things to keep track of, and it's frustrating to only earn points during busy hours. It sounds like they listened. So we've made big improvements to address that feedback. Qualifying is simple. We're getting rid of driver scores and complicated requirements. Now all you have to do is meet and maintain 4 goals, including rating, acceptance rate, cancellation rate, and safety flags. So the first thing that comes to my head is they do have some kind of arbitrary system where they weigh different metrics, and depending on what your numbers are in those metrics, they give you a total score. I believe that will be easier than what they're suggesting now. So while it's simpler, right, you have to hit all of these data points in order to keep your rewards here. But with the previous system, even if you failed at one particular data point, if you were good at other data points, they would raise your average score, right? So you still have a chance, even if you're not doing too great in one area. Now it looks like if you're failing in one of those areas, bye-bye. So while it might be a simplified version, it does look like it might be a harder version to maintain. Simplification is the ultimate complication. Never forget that. So it says, once you're in, you can focus on giving great rides and earning points. And let me say this, as someone who just became an elite driver this week, it is significantly easier to maintain elite status or platinum status than it is to achieve it. So sometimes I have to make a lot of sacrifices and take some rides I really didn't want to take. But I lost the battle so I can win the war. I use the rewards found in the elite tier so much that having it is financially better. Right? I get 10% cash back on gas. I get more filters to use, which I make massive amounts of money using those filters. I'm going to make a dedicated video just to show that. And so a lot of drivers out there, they don't want to achieve elite because it's not easy. Maybe it's going to get easier now, but I know it's not easy. But I've made so much more money doing it. And then keeping it is easier because you're able to put yourself in a position to get the rides you want using those filters. So I am pro elite status. So here's a picture of what it would look like. You have the rating stats, your rating, your acceptance rate, cancellation rate, safety flags. Now here's the weird thing. This post says that acceptance rate is one of them. I saw a notification, and I need to go back and find it, that says that we'll no longer be using your acceptance rate to calculate your tier. I don't know if that's a mistake. I don't know if that's something specific to my market and therefore they haven't included it in this. But when I'm done going through this article, I'm going to see if I can go and find that picture. You know what? No, because I know I have ADHD and I'll forget to do it. So we're just going to go to X, Twitter, and we are, because I'm pretty sure I posted it. Follow me on X. It's Future Rideshare. I don't think that's what it is. Hold on. It's FR Millionaires, right? Future Rideshare Millionaire. Let me see if I can find it. The rewards. Here it is. So it's right here. It says driving score changes coming starting March 1st, tomorrow. Your driving score will only take into account cancellation rate, rating, and passenger feedback on safety and service. So that's 3. So I don't know what to believe. This is a notification I got in the app, and I'm comparing it to what this article is saying, and its acceptance rate is being shown right here. So I don't know. Tomorrow we'll obviously find out, and I'll let you know. But until then, so moving forward, it says earn points on every ride. Now you'll earn points for every ride no matter when you drive. Get 1 tier point for every dollar you earn, including tips, but not bonuses. That's how it's always been. And with a high acceptance rate, you can earn up to 3 points per dollar. So my mind broke, because if they take acceptance rate out of the equation, how am I going to do that? So that makes me feel like they had a plan and then they're reneging on that plan. That's what I'm thinking is happening. So we're going to find out. So here's a picture. Let me see if I can blow this up for you guys. Open image in new tab. And we'll zoom in so you guys can see. Yeah. All right, here we go. So it says if you have less than 80% acceptance rate, $1 is only 1 point. If you have above an 80% acceptance rate, $1 is 2 points. And if you have above a 90% acceptance rate, $1 is 3 points. So all this week, because I knew this was going to happen, I've been preparing. I've been accepting majority of the rides, and I think I'm like very close to 90. I know that by 5 a.m. tomorrow, when March 1st starts for Lyft, I know that I will have above a 90%, and I'm going to be testing it while having 90%, seeing how much money each point is actually worth. Like if I can trade these points for cash, like what's that conversion rate look like? And I hope I'm not disappointed. To be fair, anything is better than nothing, but I don't want it to be a carrot on a stick that you expend more calories to obtain than the amount of calories it gives you, right? It needs to feel equitable. So we'll see what that looks like. The next, going back to Lyft's post, it says unlock tiers and exclusive perks. Tier points are the key to unlocking higher tiers. You can track your point progress throughout the qualifying period right in the driver app. When you unlock tiers, you'll get access to the exclusive perks you already know and love, and you can see how much you're earning or saving with each perk. So here's the tier points. It looks like there's a goal. I'm not sure what that goal is like who sets that goal? Do we set that goal, or is that like the goal to get to the next tier? I'm not sure. It says your platinum rewards for location filters, free Allstate. All right, we already know about that. How to redeem points for rewards. If you have tier status when the month ends, any tier points you earn will convert into shop points. Shop points can be redeemed for gift cards, car washes, oil changes, and cash in the new Lyft shop. Oil changes is cool. Car washes is cool. Gift cards, depending on what kind of gift cards, I guess, and the conversion rate, it's dope. It's dope, but it feels like they're just copying the credit card point system, which if it works, it works, but we'll see what that actual conversion looks like. It says you can redeem any new shop points starting on the 1st of the month or continue racking them up over time. Unused shop points expire after 1 year. I think that's very reasonable. So it looks like I can't use my points until the 1st of the next month, which, it's fine. So maybe I won't be able to test it until the end of March, which sucks because I'm really excited to see this. So this is a quote, I guess, from a driver. It says, my points matter more now. I get useful rewards that I normally pay for out of my own pocket. Matthew S., elite driver. I wonder when they spoke to Matthew and got that quote from him. So here are some frequently asked questions, according to Lyft. What's a qualifying period? Qualifying periods begin on the first day of each month and end on the last day of each month. During this time, you can earn points to unlock tiers at the beginning of each month. At the beginning of each qualifying period, tier points reset to 0. Okay, what happens if I don't earn enough points to qualify for silver by the end of the month? If you don't earn enough points to qualify for silver by the end of the month, any tier points you earn that month won't become shop points. However, you can still redeem any shop points you previously banked for rewards. Okay. What happens if I no longer meet all 4 goals for rating and stats? If you fall below any of the program goals, you'll enter into a 7-day grace period. If you improve your ratings and stats during the grace period, you'll keep access to the program and your current tier. If you don't meet all 4 goals when the grace period ends, you lose access to the program. So I think that's okay. I like the grace period. It gives you some time to do something about it. But that confirms what I said earlier, where if you fail at 1, you fail all. Right? Before, you could fail at 1. I was common for failing at acceptance rate, but because I was good everywhere else, my overall grade was good enough to let me slide. That's not going to be the case anymore. So it's going to be a little harder, but there is a grace period and it is simpler. So you'll know what to expect ahead of time. The next FAQ, what happens to my points if I lose access to the program? If you don't have access to Lyft rewards when the month ends, any tier points you earned won't become shop points. That hurts. That burns. However, you can still redeem any shop points you've previously banked for rewards. So you could earn 4,000 points. Let's say that's $200 or something. If someone gives you bad ratings, like the final week, you're not going to get all those points. It's just disappear. So that's a little rough. It feels like high risk, high reward kind of. So you got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's. You got to make sure you're like, your customer service is fantastic. You got to make sure you're not canceling too much. They're not like the last week, the last 10 days of the month. It says to get back into the program, check the driver app to see which goals you need to meet. Do shop points expire? Yes, unused shop points expire after 1 year. I don't know if that's rolling. So I don't know if like March 1st, 2026 is when everyone's points expire, or if it's like your March points expire next year, March, your April points expire next year, April. So we'll see if we can figure that out. And then it says, are there terms and conditions for Lyft rewards? It says, yes, the Lyft driver rewards program is subject to Lyft terms of service and Lyft driver rewards teams terms and conditions. The program can be modified or terminated by Lyft at any time. Yay for transparency. I don't think I'm going to read through all of this. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to see if I can put this into AI. We'll use ChatGPT. Is there anything crazy in this TOS? We'll just see if there's anything insane we want to. What is this? A link? Bro, it's not what I want. Copy. So let's see what it says. It says it's too long. I don't want to waste too much time on this, but I think I do have a solution. Right, give me 1 second, guys. We're going to use Notebook LM, which is by Google. Is there anything in this TOS that seems sketchy? All right, so it says several causes in Lyft's terms of service and privacy policy could be considered potentially unfavorable for users. Here's a breakdown. Arbitration agreement and class action waiver. Section 17 requires users to waive their right to a jury and submit claims against Lyft to binding arbitration on individual basis, preventing class actions. I don't care about this too much. I don't plan on being with Lyft very long. And I know a lot of people do care about that, so you need to make sure you read up on that. Lyft has a right to modify the agreement. It says Lyft reserves the right to modify the terms of service and continue use of the platform. They kind of just said that. Charges and fees. Lyft has the authority to determine and modify pricing. Right, this just seems to be like regular TO. Lyft collects various types of information, including data. We know that. I don't like this. It says you agree to indemnify and hold harmless Lyft from any claims arising from your use of the Lyft platform. Not a big fan of that. Okay, nothing crazy, or let me say this, nothing abnormal. This is crazy stuff, but normal stuff within Lyft and Uber's like policy.